Let's get on to the next one. It's the scouting combine. These are some players to watch and break down my top 5 guys to watch. Number 1 is going to be Caleb Downs. I think if you're looking at the number 11 pick, these first 2 are going to be guys to really look at, is Caleb Downs and Francis Mauigoa. Number 1 is Caleb Downs at 6 foot 205. He's got elite instincts. He was more versatile at Ohio State. He was playing further back last year, but he can be played up in the box. He can play middle. He can even take on a corner spot if he needed to help out. But his versatility is something. He's a natural leader, elite IQ, elite instincts, and it's so hard to not turn on an Ohio State game and not hear his name being called. He's always the football, always making plays, tackling in open space. He doesn't miss many tackles either. He's like Bryce Betcher in terms of being sure tacklers, which is what he does, and the combination of instincts, ability, IQ, just all of it together. He is a sure prospect. To me, he's one of the blue chip prospects in this draft, and ultimately he is going to be somebody I'm taking a really good look at come the combine. I want to see if he's even able to increase that draft stock even more. Number 2 is Francis Mauigoa, the offensive tackle from Miami, Florida. I think this would be a really good pickup at number 11. You replace Austin Jackson at right tackle. You really set the tone on the offensive line because Miami, as we've known for years, have not done well at the offensive line position. You get a guy, a first rounder, who's going to help you immediately. And we're talking about 6'6", 315. He's been able to stay healthy in college. His footwork is amazing, able to get to the second level. His athleticism sets him apart. And what he does, he packs a strong punch. So when you're looking at tackles, he's able to redirect people because of the punch. So that his strong punch knocks people off immediately, pushes them back, even able to redirect. And he's going to be able to help us in the run game immediately because what Miami did so successfully well this past year and what helped them get to the CFP championship was the run game. And when they ran to his side, he didn't get beat very much. It was very minimal how much he got beat in the CFP. Maybe a handful of times, if that. But to me, he's giving me some Penei Sewell comparisons. Not everything, not saying he is Penei Sewell, but he has some traits that Penei Sewell has as well. And ultimately, I think this guy is going to be a really good Pro Bowler for years to come, potentially even turning into an All-Pro. He has that ability. His pass blocking has to improve, and I think with some coaching that can help. But his run blocking is there. He's physical. He's a mauler, and ultimately is going to help solidify that right side if Miami were to draft him at number 11. On to number 3 is Zachariah Branch, a wide receiver out of Georgia. Now, I know as Dolphin fans, wide receiver isn't the number 1 need. I get it. This guy is not going in the first 2 rounds as of right now. He's going in about rounds 3 or 4. So if you're the Dolphins, maybe you address some of those needs early, and then you get a guy like Zachariah Branch. This guy is a deep ball threat. Now, we didn't see it as much as Georgia because they threw a lot of screens to him, and that's what helped him with the yards after catch. But his top-end speed helps him run away from defenses. You saw it a couple times. He hit it on the screen, gets upfield quickly. That is what, in my opinion, sets him apart a little bit. Catches the ball, immediately secures it, turns upfield, and goes. And that speed down the sideline is hard to keep up with. He ran away from guys against Marshall. He ran away against some guys in the SEC. Tennessee was one of those when they had that comeback victory. And he also had a great job with body control. Against Ole Miss, you could tell when he was falling backwards and made that catch late in the game, it was his body control, staying focused all the way through. Now, he does have some drops, and that inconsistent hands is not something that's a positive of his. But when you're looking at it, this guy is not only a wide receiver, he's also a punt returner. He did some good things at Georgia. But when you combine all the traits he has of the yards after catch, his top-end speed, able to get, and he puts his foot in the ground and turns upfield immediately, that's something we don't see a lot from receivers these days. He gets north-south really quickly. Doesn't do a whole lot of east-west, north-south, and that's what you want. So Zachariah Branch to me is somebody that we could get later in the draft, probably late day 2, early day 3. And for a bigger receiver, I think that's huge for the Miami Dolphins, especially with the cap situation we're in with the potential of having to release Tyreek Hill. That brings me to another first-round draft pick, which not saying we should draft in the first round, but another player I really like is Makai Lemon, a wide receiver out of USC. He's a little undersized at 5'11". The average height in the NFL at wide receiver is 6 foot, so just a little bit undersized. But natural hands. We talked about natural hands a little bit with Reggie Virgil. Everything is just natural. All the hands, doesn't really use the body a whole lot. He has the ability to run away from some defenses. So when you turn on the tape against Georgia Southern, against some of these other Big Ten schools, he caught the ball, made one guy miss, and he's gone off to the races. And it's not like he was doing anything he hasn't done before. He always had that speed. Now, he may not have that speed all when he's going one-on-ones to separate as well from guys. Maybe some of the slower ones he's able to, but when you're playing with speed on speed, it's a little different. However, his ability to play through contact, an example of this was the Illinois game. The Illinois guy was grabbing on his jersey completely, still able to make the catch, and it ended up resulting in a touchdown for USC. And his ability to track the ball in with his natural hands. So when we look at this, he's able to go in double coverage against Iowa, go up and high point the ball and make the catch. And he only caught it with his hands. Didn't use his body. Natural hands through two defenders all over him, able to make the play. Makai Lemon, the speed, the hands, the route running, and the ability to track the ball. And he can even run away from defenses when he has open space. And with the Dolphins and what they have, he could play a factor into that in terms of speed with Jalen Waddle and the ability to create space. But he's another guy that I think is somebody that is going to get a really good look at the combine. And if he turns in a really good workout, he could potentially be going a little bit higher than where he's currently going, which some are projecting him in that 5 to 13 range. He could go as high as 5. He could go as low as 13. But ultimately, I think he's a solid receiver that is even – I don't even think he's even reached his ceiling yet. Now let's get to number 4. This is a linebacker out of Texas that is really good, super athletic and quick. And for his size at 6'3", 240, being this athletic and being able to climb the ladder as a linebacker and intercept the ball is not something you're used to seeing. Now, this year wasn't as good for Texas, but his tape is something else. He was one of the top linebackers coming out of high school when he went to Texas. And this is a guy I think we can get in the middle rounds. This is a late day 2, early day 3, similar to a Zachariah Branch. And that is Anthony Hill Jr. This guy, I don't know why he is going this late in the draft. I think he could be a first rounder if he turns into a really good workout. He can rush the quarterback. He did it from the linebacker position because he's so quick and athletic, able to drop back in the coverage, but his instincts in coverage too. He intercepted the ball 3 times based off instinct. Read the quarterback's eyes a little bit, but he was able to slightly move over, climbs the ladder, and intercepts the ball. He had 3 interceptions just by instincts alone. Playmaking ability, he's always there. He is one of the most impact players in that Texas defense. You heard his name a lot because that is just how good of a player he is. And not only does he do all that, but he's not only is he a playmaker with the instincts and the quickness, and he's also able to track down the play from behind. We talked about the Red River rivalry. The quarterback is mobile, right? Not Mateer. I'm not sure who the other quarterback was, but he was running and stumbling like he was going to get 5 yards out of a play. And Hill, who comes from the edge, tracks him down from behind. He only gets 2 yards. Why? Because he's so quick. And he always has a relentless motor. And when you're looking at linebackers, he's going to be one of the top 5 in this class, in my opinion. And so far, first what I've seen from him on tape, and then this will probably get a little more in depth with Anthony Hill Jr. as we get close to the draft. But so far, what I've seen from him, he is one of the top linebackers, in my opinion, in this class, and somebody that Dolphin fans should really be taking a look at as we get closer to April. And the 5th and last player we should be taking a really good look at is C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia. Some people have him mock draft at the end of the 1st round, early 2nd. Now, he's a really good linebacker. I don't think he's as developed as a first rounder yet. I think we can get him in the day 2. But his ability to track the play is something really good. He's able to read the quarterback, and he plays the sideline to sideline so well that his fast pursuit and quickness, he's able to get out there. No one's going to beat him sideline to sideline. That is just how good C.J. Allen truly is. And with his speed, he's able to break through on it through the blitz, and he's an effective blitzer because of how quick he is, and he's able to get to the quarterback. As soon as he gets past the line of scrimmage and no one blocks him, quarterback's going down. That's just how good of a player he is. He's able to make tackles in open space. He's a physical tackler. He's not going to shoulder tackle anybody. He's going to wrap up and tackle. That's how they were taught at Georgia, and Kirby Smart is known for putting out really good defensive players. We saw Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Roquan Smith. Now CJ Allen could be another list to add to that, another name to add to that list of guys Kirby Smart's developed at Georgia. And when you're looking, he's a playmaker, rarely misses tackles. Now, he's not the biggest. He's not going to be the number one linebacker, but he's going to be somebody that can be a starting linebacker in the NFL. And ultimately, that could help him be a first-round draft pick. CJ Allen, if his combine is as good as I think it could be, he could be even helping his draft stock go even higher. But if we're looking at guys to watch, some names, if we're going back through really quick, just so everyone can write these down: Caleb Downs, Francis Mauigoa, Zachariah Branch, Makai Lemon, and number 4 is Anthony Hill, and number 5 is CJ Allen. So those are the guys to watch at the scouting combine.